Vacation. You've worked day after day and week after week, and it's here. It's vacation time. Why not take an all-inclusive trip for you and your family to the Caribbean? It's really not that expensive, and I can show you some best value options and some tips and tricks to help you maximize that family vacation so it's awesome. Okay. You get what you pay for, which is why you're going to think I'm absolutely crazy when I say your all-inclusive vacation destination should be Cuba. Now I get it. A 5-star resort in Cuba is the same as a 4-star everywhere else. But if you set expectations properly before you leave, and you utilize the tips and the tricks from this video, you will maximize your value and your trip with your family can be fantastic. White sand beaches and crystal clear blue waters, Cayo Santa Maria, Cuba is one of the most beautiful places on earth. And the Melia Las Dunas is a resort that me and my family stayed at just a few short months ago. And we had a blast. I've provided you with a resort map so that you can more easily navigate this huge resort. Here are 10 tips and tricks that you can use to make your stay at the Melia Las Dunas more comfortable and more fun. Tip number 1, food. The restaurant that you're going to be visiting at least once a day is called the Cabaret Buffet Restaurant, also known as the Main Buffet. I recommend that you only visit this buffet once a day because their specialty is breakfast. Now, with a couple of tips, your breakfast can be much more comfortable. The bacon on the buffet is going to be almost raw. However, if you take that partially cooked bacon with you to the grill, they will crisp it up for you while they make your omelet. Also, do not say yes when they ask you if you would like cheese on your omelet. It is a mystery cheese, and I still haven't figured out what it is. If you go to the cold cut section of the buffet, you can pick your own cheese, and you'll know exactly what it is that's going on your omelet, and I guarantee you, it will taste much better. The other problem I have with the buffet, and this is especially true if you have a young family, is they only provide you with one small paper napkin for each meal. We understood this before we left and packed 2 rolls of paper towel in our suitcases. Again, setting expectations about Cuba and then planning ahead can really make your trip a lot more comfortable, and in this case, a lot less messy. For lunch, there are lots of options. You could pick the San Salvador snack bar, which is close to the swim-up bar on the family side of the resort. There you can order burgers, sandwiches, and pizza, and it's fairly convenient because it's right there by the pool. My preference is the Las Caribas Beach Grill restaurant. And the reason why is there are usually two chefs outside on the barbecue grilling up steaks, pork chops, and chicken. Inside the Las Caribas Beach Grill restaurant is a salad bar and desserts, so you can get your full meal and sit outside, and there's really not really any dress restrictions. We were going to the Las Caribas pretty well in our swimsuits. I was just throwing my t-shirt on, and the girls were just throwing a cover-up or a sundress over their swimsuits, and it was awesomely convenient. The third option is the Manacas Beer Gardens. The staff there call it the sports bar or the snack bar. It is 24 hours, and again, you can order a burger there or sandwiches, and if you're lucky, 1 or 2 days of the week, you're going to be able to order papa fritos, which is the Cuban French fry, and they are delicious. Dinner time. I would suggest using your a la cartes wisely. Use the buffet the first night, maybe the first 2 nights that you're there, so that you have your a la carte reservations to break up the end of your week when you're starting to get sick of the buffet. Our first a la carte that we went to was called the Columbus Italian Restaurant. Just keep in mind that the menus that you see while you're booking your reservations tend to not always have all the items available when you actually get to the restaurant. Almost everything that we ordered was either substituted or not available. Now, that being said, one of the changes was actually an upgrade, in my opinion, where they substituted lobster for the shrimp. The pizzeria was really good. That was our second a la carte that we went to. It's Mi Concho Pizzeria. The calzone was delicious, and the kids never complained once. Every once in a while, we took our dinner at the sports bar or the 24-hour snack bar, known as the Manacas Beer Gardens. Ordering a burger or a sandwich to get away from the buffet for dinner once or twice a week might be something that you want to consider. There is a theme night once a week at the buffet. Find out what that is. There's usually a board out front of the buffet. The week that we were there, it was Mexican night, and it was the best buffet dinner that we had the whole time we were there. There is a restaurant, it's a French cuisine restaurant that is adult only, so don't expect to get reservations at that one if you're there with your family. The third a la carte that we went to was the Mexican. The best part of it was indoor and it was air conditioned. The food was not great, but not terrible, and definitely an upgrade to the buffet. Tip number 2, take bug spray. I took Raid, Spider, and Cockroach with me, and I sprayed around the doors, the sliding glass door and the door to the hotel room. And I also brought insect repellent. Both contributed to the comfortability of our stay, and I highly recommend both. Tip 3, turn that long shuttle ride from the airport to the hotel into your first excursion. Take some cash with you for that tour bus ride. $5 Canadian will get you a cold Cristal, or if you're lucky, a cold Bucanero. $20 for a couple turns that long shuttle into a sightseeing adventure, and give the kids your camera and let them take pictures all the way up. I'm going to show you a quick little video of the causeway. It is absolutely beautiful driving across the causeway. You've got water on ocean on both sides of the causeway, and on the way home, That trip back to the airport, we didn't have the cold Buccaneros, but the sun was setting and it was absolutely beautiful. Tip number 4, fill out your tourist visa cards correctly. I've taken a picture of mine so that you can see where everything goes. The first one's usually included with your all-inclusive package, but if you mess up and you need a second one, they're going to charge you $35 Canadian. Tip number 5, buy a Wi-Fi card. It costs a few CUCs, and then you have internet access the whole week. I think I bought 2 cards the entire time I was there and never went without. Now make sure you log out after each use, because if you leave your card logged in, it will use up your time. The Cuban government isn't trying to charge you money for the internet, they're just trying to keep it regulated, so the cost is really nominal. Tip number 6. Use the same bartenders all week. Pick one bartender at the beach, pick one bartender at the pool, and one at the lobby, and then tip them well. And then watch what happens. Tip number 7. You brought your kids, but you need a break. You can put your kids in Kids Club and walk to the adult-only side. Read, swim, have a drink in quiet tranquility. Tip number 8. Call your favorite hotel staff Mango and watch what happens. Tip number 9, change your Canadian dollars into CUC at the hotel lobby and ask for small bills. You're going to get your best exchange rate at your hotel, and just take Canadian dollars with you. Tip number 10, learn some basic Spanish. The hotel staff seemed surprised by the occasional buenos tardes, but thank your staff and say please. It's as simple as por favor and gracias. If you follow these 10 tips and tricks, I guarantee that you're going to have a much more enjoyable stay, and it's an affordable vacation to stay at the Melia Las Dunas, especially for a family of 4. Please enjoy responsibly. I hope that this helped you. Please click subscribe or like, and hit the notification bell if you think that you're going to be interested in more resorts that I'm reviewing coming up. I hope you and your family have a fantastic vacation, and if you ever come up with any tips or tricks of your own, please put them in the comments below for other travelers.